Greetings, fellow Demon Slayers. This is Taimanin Mari here today with another video. So for today's topic, I want to go over the gym income in Action Taimanin. I've done this before, but things are a bit different now. I want to do like a 100% look at gym income from a 100% free-to-play perspective. The reason I'm not factoring in any sort of paid gyms is because everyone's circumstances is different. There are people who probably buy this pack like crazy, someone probably buys this, and then there are people who probably buy this $3 pack, but we're going to remove all that from the equation. If you paid for anything, you know what you buy, and just add that accordingly. But I can't assume that everyone pays. I have to look at it like as what we're getting from a free-to-play perspective. So, I'm also not going to include achievements because at this point they've dried up. So again, if you're still in a situation where you're getting achievements, add those accordingly. But I can tell you now, around 19k achievement points, like, it took over a month to get me the last increment of 50 here. Meaning that this is essentially dried up. It's kind of like not worth adding into the consistent gym income. So, with that, we're going to get into what we actually do get. The first thing we're going to look at is Arena. Now, for Arena, we're going to look at the reward list. I'm going to assume that everyone is getting top class. Again, if you're someone ranking in top 100, great, like, add your gems up accordingly, but I'm not going to look at that because that's only reserved to 100 players. We're not going to look at anything below top class because it's relatively easy to break into top class as a bare minimum. Even as someone with only like one level 70 or 75 character, you should be able to get to this pretty easily. So we're going to assume that you're getting 75 gems a week from PvP. Going back, we are going to look at our weekly missions. As far as the weekly missions go, we get 70 gems here. So, 70 for plus 75 is 145. Now we're going to simply times that by 4, and from PvP and from the weekly missions per month, we're getting 580 total gems as definite income. Moving on to the next thing, I want to look at the special mode. Now, I'm not going to assume everyone's doing this 4 times a day, because me personally, I do it 2 times, maybe 3 times a day. So, I'm going to go from like the median and say everyone runs this twice a day, at least. So, we're just going to simply take in times 6, times 30, because we'd be getting 6 gems a day from this activity, and 30 days in a month on average would give us 180. So if we just simply add 180 to 580, we get a total of 760. Now, we're going to come to our weekly login. So, this is simple. It's just going to be 40 times 4, which is 160. So that's going to give us 920 right now. So going back, the other things I want to look at as main sources of income, we do get at least 1 story chapter a month. So assuming that trend keeps up, which I hope it does, that's an additional 150 gems per month if you can clear hard. Moving on from here, we have another additional 150 gems per month if you can clear hard mode through the event. Now, I'm going to assume it's just going to be like 1 event a month. I know we get them every couple weeks, but sometimes it's every 3 weeks, and it's really hard to say what they'll do. But at the very least, we're getting an event per month. So, with that being said, we're going to go off of that table. We're going to take 150 plus 150 from story and event for another 300. Add that to our 920. That brings us to a total of 1,220 gems per month. Now, this isn't going to factor in things like the gems that come from these boxes because not everyone gets all of them. Like, yeah, assume maybe you'll get like 1 or 2 like I did here for this mica box, but not everyone's going to farm the boxes for every gem on top of the rare drop simply because it gets really costly if you're using AP pots. And if you're not using AP pots, you'll be stuck farming the event almost the full 2 weeks because you'll be borderline finishing every box to get your hands on the gems. So I'm not including these in, the total. I'm just including easy forms of income that most people would go for. So, with that now, we're sitting at a total of 1220, guys. What does that mean? That means we basically need more gems. We need another gem generator because at 1220 gems per month, from the perspective of a free-to-play, we're getting a character a month, right? So, excluding these two because they were knocked back down to 1000, or hell, we could even look at them. Yeah, we'll say like it's 1000. On the month Murasaki came out with the gem income that I have here, I would have gotten Murasaki and then it would have left me with 200 gems. I literally would not even have been able to get like a decent skin for her, except for, let's go to someone with like every generic skin. You. Okay, so with that 220 gems, I could have gotten this, or I could have gotten like this, or this, and this. But I would have only been able to get like one of those things, right? I wouldn't have been able to get like something like this. I think this was 300 gems. Point being, like, you can get like a character and like a really cheap budget skin for them. Or you could come over to the gacha, and with that 220 gems, you could do like a 10 pull in one of the non-limited banners. Because remember, the limited banner actually costs 250 gems half off. So you would only be able to do a 10 pull here, and chances are you won't get what you want. So that's a huge issue. You're basically like, at the current release schedule we have, since we're getting a character a month, you're basically able to get a character a month as a free-to-play, and if you ignore the character, then yeah, you could get a couple gacha pulls, like, not many, but, you could get like a couple, like maybe like 310 pulls, because it would be the first one is 200, and then you'd spend 400 for the next two pulls, and then you'd be left with 200 hanging. Or if you don't get a character, you could get like a few skins. So it's kind of, and we're in a situation where we have to choose, and we're not really in a situation where it's comfortable to save, because if you save, you're missing characters. Like you see here, I'm not whaling. I've been saving, and I'm missing characters because I've been saving. So it's actually been like a detriment to me because I'm now missing 15 AP, soon to be 20 next week when Obro comes out, because I believe that's who we're getting next. So that's kind of a problem. On top of that, like, you're really not able to get any skins. If you get a character, you're definitely not going to be able to get any limited skins they release. So, for example, the Oni skins that are coming, those may be like 300 gems, 350 gems. So if you brought a character and like you've been on like a grind of getting a character per month, you're literally going to be holding your 200 gems that you have and trying to scrounge up another 150 more to get the Oni skin. Now, if we look at something like Koronai, she's 1200 gems, so right there, that's your monthly income. So, it's not to rant, I just really think the gem income should be higher, because this is dried up, like, this is 100% not useful anymore, because it took me, like, I want to say, over a month to hit 19,000, and I only got 50 gems out of that, so that's basically nothing. And the new dispatch mode, while it does give gems, it gives what, like 9 gems for a 14-hour dispatch or something like that, and that's if you even get gems as a choice, since the dispatches are random, and then I think you can pay gold to refresh them. Of course, either way, we don't even have the dispatch mode yet, and that again is something that will only be efficient if you have a lot of ultra rare supporters, because some of them require that you send an ultra rare. So for some people, it may not even be like a useful gem generator, because they may not have the ultra rares of the specific type to even do it. So I don't know what they're gonna do, guys. Like, I don't know if they're aware of how bad the gym income is, but it's really gotten worse. We haven't seen a golden pass in a while, and even with the golden pass, that's only an additional 50 gems per month, so that would be 1270, because I believe we came to 1220 as a total. And that's just not that much. So yeah, what I would suggest for now, like, for people who are completely free to play, I think getting characters is a good choice. It's definitely probably the strongest choice because one, you're guaranteed to get the thing you're buying. There's no gotcha involved. And two, each character gives you 5 AP. So I know I said like getting a character pretty much eats your monthly income, but at the same time they are worth it. You're just going to have to accept that you're not going to be able to pull the gotcha as a free to play while they're releasing characters per month. So you're going to be probably running with some pretty terrible weapons because your only real thing to rely on as far as pulling the gotcha is now this gotcha coin. And, chances are you could get a rare from that, but at least you get one a week. I know it's better saved, but as someone who's new or someone who's free to play still trying to build up, it's hard to do so. It really is. I really don't know what they're going to do to add a solution to this. The 2 super rare tickets per week was a good solution because even if someone didn't have like a 5/5 ultra rare, they at least had something like, say, this magnetic sword here for Asagi, which is a good super rare, this item. Like, this was relatively easy to get before, now it's not. So, I don't know, guys. Like, I'd love to hear your opinions in the comments. I just wanted to talk about gem income and actually give us a clear number. And like I said, as of right now, without the battle pass or the golden pass, we're sitting at 1220 from all of our guaranteed gem generators. If you do special mode every day and you do it 4 times a day, if you're someone who actually does like do that, just simply add another 180 to the 1220 for a total of 1400 gems a month. But it still leaves us in the same situation. With characters costing 1200 now, 1400 a month if you do that every day, 4 times a day, which I don't, would still only leave you with 200 gems. You'd be able to literally get a character and do a half off pull on their banner. And I'm sorry guys, half off pulls just aren't reliable. Like, we need a means of pulling gacha where we can actually pull the gacha because people need to be able to build up their accounts. Like, just getting a character and using the rare weapon they come with isn't going to cut it. You won't even be able to get through, like, hard mode. You probably won't even be able to get through normal 5, honestly. Rare weapons are terrible. So, I don't know. I'm not here to give solutions. I'm just here to give, like, the information so you guys are aware of your total gym income, and it's really not looking good. So with that, if you found the video helpful or informative, please like and subscribe as it really does help me out. You guys have a great rest of your day. May you have good luck in your gotchas and in the arena. And you guys take care. I'll catch you tomorrow.